Townsend Affordable Housing Trust open meeting today, Wednesday, September 17th at 4 p.m. May I have a roll call?
Cynthia Boundy, present.
Beverly Napier, present.
Monica Cal, present.
Dave Werland, present.
Excellent.
Are there any additions or deletions from today's agenda?
Not today. No, we are free and clear of those.
Okay. Is there any public comment?
We have two members from the town, it looks like, joining us. If they have anything to say, we're going to sort of start to incorporate this. I know a couple other groups do this where, public has a question or a comment. It's not necessarily a forum, but just a way to engage with the folks so that then I'm relying on me to keep us on agenda, not segueing too much. So that's sort of something that I know I've done in a few other towns. So if we don't have any public comment, we'll jump right into meeting business.
Okay.
Kieran, just let me say, I'm going to turn off my video because it looks like unstable. It keeps freezing and then buffering. So I'm going to turn off my video, but I'm still here.
Great. Yeah, and if you do jump off, Veronica, we do have quorum. So in the event you have to disband internet, no worries. So
thanks.
Great. So meeting business. We had a few folks reach out to us in regards to some agenda items that we sort of spoke out of turn on, and that's my fault for not keeping us a bit more on task. I shared the complaints. That's the formal word for them, the complaints that the resident shared with us. I will quickly summarize each one and sort of an action plan and sort of a response plan, which is 2.4 on our agenda. But let me quickly summarize each complaint. I'll just mention the home address and the contact information for the person, and then describe the complaint. So complaint one was from first name Sandra, last name Lord of 89 Wallace Hill Road here in Townsend. This was an alleged violation on August 21st. We had an agenda item describing website updates and logging plan in board organization. I sort of allowed us to delve into a few other aspects of that topic. I probably should have kept this more on task in regards to that. I'll summarize the response plan at 2.4, but that is the description of the violation that this resident shared with us as well as the town clerk. The second complaint, first name Sandra, last name Lord, 89 Wallace Hill Road, again here in Townsend. Same date, August 21st. This is in regards to the Affordable Housing Trust went off topic for items that were not on the agenda in regards to the MBTA zoning parcels. I didn't have those parcels readily available, but we did discuss it lightly. And it wasn't specifically on the agenda, though related to another topic on the agenda. Again, that's my responsibility to sort of keep us on task and constrain the conversation when necessary. So we will, again, cover that in the response plan 2.4. Last but not least, first name Sandra, last name Lord, 89 Wallace Hill Road, again, same date, August 21st. This was in regards to our meeting minutes. Meeting minutes, I'm on limited hours here in town, so unfortunately there's not enough resources to keep me here longer. So it did take me some time to get those organized and produced for the board. And there were a couple clerical errors that I had made. I think one was in regards to, thought Veronica was the vice, but it was actually Cindy. So, I guess I had to take better copious notes for a future meeting. And in the timing is really just, if the town had more hours for me, I would do it faster. I can't really control that. So I just wanted to share that with the board and to any folks listening. So if there were more money in the bucket, I guess maybe they could pay me for more hours, but still responsible and need to be more timely, if you will. that's sort of my quick synopsis of the complaints and the violations that we received. I chatted with the town clerk in regards to sort of action items as a result of the violations and the concerns that the resident felt. And that leads us to 2.4 as I'm talking quickly here, because I know this will be a short and sweet meeting in general, but I appreciate everyone coming out on a nice sunny day. And I think the best policy for us is for me to maintain, a tighter agenda, alignment, if you will, and to also keep our conversations, on the right topic, if you will. In terms of a response to Miss Lord, I will let them know that I will take responsibility and ensure that we do that as a board, as a trust. And I'll work with the chair. That was my idea, was to work with the chair to create a response back to Miss Lord, who felt there was violations. I checked that with the town clerk. He also felt that was a good policy, is to work with the chair. If the trust authorizes us, for him to review, me writing up a draft letter, and for him to have the authority to approve said draft letter back to the folks that were alleging these violations.
So with that said, I'd like to make a motion. Are you done? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, this would be your time to ask me ask any questions of me, and to, ask any questions of Dave in terms of what his, philosophy would be here. So.
I would like to, I would just like to comment on the one about MBTA communities coming up. I don't see that as a violation. I really don't. I thought it was related to the topic that was on the agenda. And I know that the complainant even asked questions regarding that topic, and we responded. So I just find that an interesting complaint. That's all. And I just wanted to state that.
Understood. Yeah, that's really my charge, to make sure I keep you guys on the straight and narrow. So
I have a question on the motion, but I will do that when the motion is made in discussion.
Yeah. David, you do have a question from an audience member. You are able to have that person ask their question, but we did have a public comment period, so I will leave this up to your discretion. Just to put you on the spot.
I think we'll grant that in the interest of trying to be as transparent as possible.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Thank you, David. This is Cindy King, and I just want to first, I'm sorry that sometimes I'm long-winded, but I think what I have to say is important and supportive. I want to support the trust on this issue. As you know, my history with you, and that's filing open meeting law complaints. And right now I want to say I'm supporting the trust on these alleged complaints. And I've seen the complaints. I did a public records request and was able to get them pretty quickly. And I went through them, and I have to say that I don't believe any of them are violations of the open meeting law. I don't think anybody did anything wrong. First, the one about agenda items, I think after reading many AGO determinations on the open meeting law, that complaints filed with them throughout the state, you were on topic with you were based on what the complaint said. Those agenda items were not specific enough. They were fine. You did discuss those things, and it appears that the complainant had questions more than complaints about the law. An open meeting law complaint is a legal complaint to say that a law was broken in the alleged violation of not sticking to the agenda. And I have to disagree with the complainant and say that looked fine to me. The second one, I'm going to jump to the meeting minutes. After reading I did my math. I added up what the rule is and how many meetings were discussed, and you were completely within the law on approving minutes. Granted, you had some editing that you need to do, but so what? I mean, that's okay. That's normal. That's normal to do. But the open meeting law requires that meeting minutes be approved within 30 days or 3 meetings, whichever is longer. And the 522 was 3 meetings prior to the August 21st meeting. So that was the only one that was due. The other 2 you did early. So you're ahead of the game. So you're completely in compliance with that one.
Fairly proactive, Cindy, so.
Yes, and so there's nothing wrong there. And the third one, the MBTA one, oh yeah, I watched the video this morning. I said, yeah, you just go on and on a little bit about the MBTA thing. But I want to commend Veronica for the way that I don't know if she did it on purpose. I don't know if she was thinking about the open meeting law at the time, but she kept bringing it back to the inclusionary zoning. She kept trying to tag back in. Maybe she was just trying to get the people to stop talking. Like, can we just get back to what we're here for? I don't know. But I think that her efforts were part of, I mean, would win the day with the Attorney General if this were to go to the Attorney General. And because she did connect it all the time. You all did, really, to bring it back to inclusionary zoning. And I think your point is clear too, that the complainant is the one who actually extended that conversation by asking questions about the MBTA stuff. And your conversation, it was normal about just talking about what the whole town is trying to talk about for next week is that meeting. So the special town meeting on the MBTA stuff. So there was nothing that's within your jurisdiction. You weren't discussing things that you're going to be taking any action on. You weren't going to make any votes. I mean, there's nothing, I don't see anything wrong with it. And even in a recent open meeting law complaint that just came back under determination from the AGO, I noticed that they even commented that, I'm going to call it something different than they called it, but drift. When it is normal, it happens to every board, every city and town in the world, that you got an agenda item and drift happens all the time, and that you kind of go off topic a little bit, but you pull it back. And you didn't do anything illegal while you were talking. But you drifted, and the Attorney General even acknowledges that. But in the board, it's responsibility of the chair, et cetera, and so on to bring it back. But you did. Everything was fine. So I think that you need to do a response, but I don't think you should confess to any crimes, because I don't think you did anything. I think you did okay. And I don't know what the agenda is on these complaints, but I just, as one who is on top or usually interested in the open meeting law, I think I want to say that I support the trust in this one, and I think you did fine, and I support the work you're doing, and I hope that these kind of things don't prevent you from working on the immediate need that the town has on many housing issues. So I just wanted to give one of my long-winded talks, but thank you for letting me speak. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you for your kind words. Hopefully others will see it the same way that you see it and the way that we see it. Any other comments?
And I just have a comment. Karen, I think you're doing a great job. And I myself, I found these comments to be very frivolous and kind of unfounded. And I think you're doing a really good job, and we're on a limited budget, and I think with the minutes and things like that. So I just wanted to say that. Thank you, Karen.
Yeah. My father, the Catholic parochial way, would tell me to keep people on agenda. So he would just.
All right. Are we ready to move on to 2.4?
Yes, sir.
All right. So I would like to make a motion. I move that the chair of the Townsend Affordable Housing Trust and its administrator be authorized on behalf of the trust to prepare and submit responses to any open meeting law complaints outside of a duly called meeting.
I will second that. This is Veronica Kell. I will second the motion, but I do want to discuss.
All right.
Any discussion?
I thought that you had to meet as a board, that this motion would, and again, I'm not an open meeting law expert, but I've been to enough trainings, especially in the past 6 or 9 months. I thought that it had to come to had to be distributed to all the board members and had to come to a meeting of the board prior to doing what this motion says. Had to come to the board for discussion. So I don't know if the clerk is some, I would have felt better if, Karen, you had talked to town council and provided that to us. So I'm
Okay.
a little confused by that. Because it sounds like, this is a special meeting. I certainly wasn't planning to be at a meeting of the trust before October 2nd or whatever that date is of our next meeting. So we're meeting special, and I thought we were doing that because of the fact that it's an open meeting law that needs to be responded to in a certain period of time.
So Dave, the chair of the trust didn't have the authority prior. So now he, if the motion is approved, would have said authority to work with the administrator, myself, to answer the complaints. I checked with Harrison. I did not think to check with Adam for his guidance. I could have grabbed him last night. I wish I had. But that was sort of the thought process there. And Harrison said, the trust can authorize the chair and an administrator to respond to complaints to these three, alleged complaint violations. That's the word they are. I know I don't know a better word to describe what they are, but so that was sort of the thought there. I know that's not a scientific answer or a legal answer, and I am not an open meeting law expert.
Dave, can I respond?
Sure.
Let me pull on my video and lower my hand. I am good with YouTube crafting the response to this complaint, but it sounds like this is a generic all complaints
Yes.
motion. And if it's an all complaints motion, then I have more of an issue with it.
Do you want to limit it to these three complaints before us now?
I think I would like to do that. So should I, but I don't know how everybody else feels. So, and I'm only one of all four of us.
I'll try not to let it happen again. So maybe we could hold on these three for now, and then if it crops back up again, and I don't keep a tight rope, then we can revisit it. So.
Okay, can we use it for these complaints and talk to Adam about it?
Yeah, we can.
We'll have it. If we should, get more complaints, we'll have it already.
Yeah, maybe that's a proactive approach. Is if David, you wanted to amend the motion to limit it to these three complaints, and then a future agenda item would be the trust, down the road approving me to check with Adam about how to best handle OML complaints and sort of the actions that he prefers from a town council, lens. So
I'm okay with that. I can amend this. I would say that there is a question being raised by Ms. Lord. And I think we're going to give her the opportunity because perhaps given Cindy King's conversation and what we've been discussing, perhaps she's going to withdraw the complaints and we can just move on with our business. So with that said, Ms. Lord, if you want to comment, please do.
First of all, I want to apologize because I've had trouble with my phone trying to respond for the public comment part. I'm like, I was all over the map. I had to go back into the link, out of the link. I was beside myself here but anyways, I appreciate you giving me a chance to speak. Unfortunately, I don't have the complaints in front of me, which I planned to do. I had an unexpected errand to do, and by the skin of my teeth, so I didn't have a chance to complaints. But anyways, it's not my intention to I really believe with complaints. I'm not trying to be mean or anything. I was looking, say for instance, I know the one about the MTA parcels. I was honestly looking to hear what those parcels you were looking at were. I believed that they should have been included in the meeting. And also I was wondering, if was the last meeting recorded?
Yeah, all meetings are recorded.
It should have been.
Because I didn't see the screen last time. Usually you see the screen and you see everybody, all the members on the screen and stuff. And I didn't see any of that. When the last the time, well, actually no, that was the time before. I'm sorry. I have no idea if this was the last one was recorded or not. I know one of them was not, but I just think for transparency's sake, it's important that they're all recorded. But anyways, yeah, it's not my intention. I mean, I was looking for, if something's not provided, I was about the website, that logging plan. I had gone in there. Everybody keeps saying go to the website, go to the town website, and it's right there. It's not available. You open it, you try and open it, and it cannot be opened. So that was that's a problem I have. But anyways, I don't mean to be frivolous or anything. It was just, I honestly believed that they were violations. I'm not an expert. I'm new to town politics still, and I apologize if I'm stepping on anybody's toes, and I don't, like I said, I don't mean to be mean. I was just looking, when you said something about the minutes, for instance, um, I wasn't trying to point fingers, but I was just looking to see that minutes were available, and Veronica Kell stated that she had took her own notes. And I'm thinking, well, what happened to the notes that were taken from that particular month's meeting? And I was kind of concerned about the record keeping. Not to be mean or anything, but I just, we need consistent record keeping. And Karen, I don't mean to have you take responsibility for everything, and I don't mean to be mean about everything. It's just,
No, I can handle it. It's my job. So,
well, like I
any
said,
questions can come my way, and I'll happily disperse them to the group. So,
right. I was not really on a fact. I mean, like it's not like, okay. It's more of a question. I don't know. I just was looking when you said something about these things. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, how come it's not there? How come we didn't know about which parcels you were looking at? And I think I mentioned something about the logging plan on one of the complaints. Like I said, I don't have them in front of me. I was looking for, okay, one meeting you were talking about, okay, we don't know if he's going to still do it. And then we'll have the information next time. And the next meeting came, and all of a sudden it's not like, okay, there's no information other than, well, when is he going to do it? We have to find out. There was like a gap. So I wanted to know how we got from point A to point B. So I was looking for, I thought there would be specific information regarding that. And I just felt like that was kind of lacking. So,
well, at our next meeting, we will have a schedule of events and a statement of work from the logger, but I won't delve into that until our next meeting. So,
okay. All right. Well, if you had said that, I wouldn't have, you know what I'm saying? I
didn't know then. So sometimes we have to wait for the vendor to get back in touch with us for action items.
Fair enough. I appreciate you let me have a voice, even if people don't agree with it. And I appreciate you let me talk after the fact, because like I said, I was having trouble with my phone, and I don't know.
No worries. All good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought these were, I believe they're valid points. But anyway, but thank you so much. And, I don't mean to take up any more of your time. It is a beautiful sunny day. And thank you so much for, dealing with this. And, but I guess we all can move on.
No, yep, that's great. Yeah, thank you, Sandra.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Okay.
Well, I can amend this if that's what the majority of the board wants to do. Where are we in the timeline for a response?
I will respond tomorrow. I'll send you an email, David, with a draft response. I'll
Okay.
check with Harrison in regards to it. And if you tell me, you give me the thumbs up, I will have Harrison relay the response and follow the procedure there.
Okay, so I'll modify this motion. So I making a new motion now, the other motion irrelevant. I move that the chair of the Townsend Affordable Housing Trust and its administrator be authorized on behalf of the trust to prepare and submit responses to the open meeting law complaints that were brought to us on regarding the meeting of August 21st, the 3 complaints. Do I have a second?
Second.
Thank you, Beverly.
Then we take a roll call vote. All in favor, say aye.
Hi, Cynthia Boundy. Hi.
Aye, Beverly Napier.
Cal, aye.
Aye, David Werlin.
That went Veronica, then David, just for minute keeping purposes. Unanimous approval. I will connect with you tomorrow, David, and we'll look to get a response out in the next few business days to Miss Lord, as she had asked for responses for those 3 via the town clerk and I know they have a procedure for how to respond to these. So
Okay.
And
we have no other agenda items.
So Kieran and David, you'll CC the rest of us on your response, correct?
Correct.
Yes, we will.
Okay.
Okay.
Per
There,
open
motion
meeting
to,
law.
motion to adjourn.
All right. I move to adjourn.
I second it.
Roll call votes, please, on both of those.
Yep. Go ahead. Roll call,
No, I
please.
mean, roll call for the second, making the motion and the second.
Oh, thank you, Ronnie.
Oh, so
Roll
I
call.
second. Oh,
Go ahead.
was I supposed to say my name to second the
Cindy Boundy
motion?
second.
Cindy
yes.
Boundy seconded the motion to adjourn.
Excellent.
And now we take a roll call vote. Cindy Boundy votes yes.
Dave Werlin, yes.
Beverly Napier, yes.
Veronica Cal, yes.
Thank you, Karen.
Yeah. Thank you, folks. Have a
Thank
great
you,
day.
everybody.
All right,
Thanks.
thank you all.
Bye-bye.
Thanks, Pam.
Bye-bye.
Bye.